2018 SEO trends that really matter. There's a lot of gobbledygook that's out there when it comes to SEO. First off, for those that don't know, this is something to be really aware of when it comes to SEO. A lot of people in the industry, when it comes to SEO, you have to understand that a lot of the people that do SEO, they work for big companies, they're employees, and they have to have a long list of all this different stuff that's out there, so that way they can point and say like, hey, like I got a lot of work to do, I'm valuable, I got to do all this stuff, and here's a laundry list of all this stuff that I got to do to make this whole like SEO thing work. In my experience and from what I've seen in years and years of doing this, a lot of it is nonsense. A lot of the stuff that's on the list is sort of like busy work that doesn't really move the needle. I, as a business owner myself, like I can make up a laundry list of like all this stuff that I can do to help my business, and I can do this and I can do that, and sure, it's good, but even if you add it all up, does it really move the needle? Does it really help me out? Does it really benefit my company in a way that's worth my time? And a lot of busy work is just a big nothing burger. It's it doesn't do anything. So you have to understand that if you go online and read SEO articles and SEO trend articles, and go online and read big SEO trends for this year and all this stuff's happening, like you gotta keep in mind that a lot of it, it's just busy work. It's just hey boss, like I got here's a bullet point, and I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, and look, I'm staying busy, and like all this stuff, it adds up to SEO. And then other people that do SEO, they'll be saying they have a laundry list of stuff saying, hey, you got to pay me a bunch of money. I do this, and this, and therefore you got to pay me a bunch of money. So there is that out there. What I want to accomplish with this video is I want to be straightforward in saying what really matters in SEO for 2018. What is actually going to move the needle. Comes down to two things. It comes down to content, and it comes down to faster websites that are mobile friendly. I'd even recommend responsive at this point. But having faster websites and having more content. Voice search is going to be a really big deal. It's going to continue to be a bigger deal. People will do a voice search on their phone. They'll search, instead of typing something out, they will search speaking into their phone and device, and then they'll go from there. They'll pick up their phone and they'll say transportation to LAX airport with a sedan. They're not going to say airport trans LAX. They're not going to be really short with that. People are being more conditioned to talking to their phone, so they're going to be more specific. It's going to be my car's broken down, I think it could be the engine, I have a Toyota. It's going to be a lot of words, a lot of content. So when it comes to voice search, if you're focusing on content SEO wise, you're going to be okay. If you're putting out a lot of content on your website that is specific, focusing on long tail keywords, that plays right in the voice search, and you're going to be good to go. But if your whole SEO focus is going to be on, like we want to rank for auto repair Los Angeles, and that's what we want to rank for, so we're focusing on all these links and all this technical SEO, and we're focusing on making sure all of our tags are correct and all of our naps are okay, and naps being name, address, phone number. So you put all your focus in auto repair Los Angeles. Well, guess what? Majority of the searches that are out there focus on these long tails. When it comes to voice search, this is going to be something that people search less of. People are going to be searching less auto repair Los Angeles as time goes on, because I really think that people's tendency is they want to do the easiest thing possible. And for a lot of people, it's easier to say words into your phone than it is to actually type something out. So I think that the trend is going to be that people are going to search for less auto repair Los Angeles, that's going to be searched for less because the trends are going to change. So if you're focusing on the long tail and specific content, like, you're going to be good to go with voice search. Websites that are faster are going to be a really big deal because more as time goes on, more and more people are searching on their cell phones and using the internet on their cell phones versus an actual computer. So computer screen is small, and you want to have a website that's easy to use. You want to have a website that's fast. You want to have a website, I'd say, the easiest thing is to have a responsive website. WordPress is probably the most popular platform that's out there. There's other platforms out there that are similar to WordPress that, as well, that are also responsive. That's probably the best way to go these days. But you want to make sure that you have a fast website because people aren't going to wait, for 20 seconds for the website to load up. Another way that you can really protect against, making sure you don't have a slow website is making sure you don't have tons and tons of pictures that are on the website. You want to make sure that when you do have pictures, that the file sizes aren't gigantic. So you want to have a website that's fast to load up. A lot of people are saying that there is a consensus in the industry that I do buy into, that speed is going to be a big ranking factor with the search engines. Anything Google does, usually Bing and Yahoo follow suit. But speed is probably going to be a thing that is going to determine better rankings. But even if it doesn't, if somebody, if you're ranking on Google and somebody goes to your website and the website's slow, what's the point of you being ranked to begin with? Like, what's the point? Like, why are you going to be ranked? Why do you want to be ranked on Google if somebody's going to click the link, the website's slow, and then they click back and they don't even see your phone number on there. They don't even get to your website because your website's so slow. So your ranking means nothing. This whole thing is about you getting customers and you making more money. So in order to get that, you need somebody to call you and contact you, but they're not going to do that if your website's too slow. So the website being fast is really important, not just for you actually popping up on Google, but it's important for you having a chance to actually get a phone call to get a customer to make money off of this whole internet. So that's really, really important. But again, fast website, content, that's going to be the main thing. Linking is still important in the industry. It's really changed a lot. Back in the day, it was a lot easier where people could just buy links. Google started to really shut that down in 2012 and 2013. So the way to really do link building these days is the slow and boring way, which is manual links, which is building relationships with people, people manually linking to you. And it's time consuming to do that. It's expensive. Some bigger companies can afford to do that. Small businesses really can't afford to do that. But as far as like doing black hat link building, I don't recommend it. Black hat meaning that you're doing link building that Google doesn't want you to do, such as like doing guest blogging, for example, is popular in the industry. Google frowns upon that, and if it does work out there for some people, they're going to figure out a way to shut that down. So if you're going to do link building, like the manual way, can work, but I wouldn't focus on that too much, because if your content's really good and really relevant for people, they're going to naturally link the content. They're going to naturally leave links to it. They're going to naturally share the content, which is going to be a bigger and bigger ranking signal. Sharing content is going to be a big thing. So if you have good content, you don't really have to worry about link building too much. I've seen a lot of people where they pay money for link building, and it's a lot like going to the casino and playing the slot machines. It's possible that some SEO company that's out there could take the content and make it viral, and then you hit a home run and make a bunch of money on it. But the odds of the content going viral is just as you going into a slot machine and hoping you hit the jackpot. Like, there's going to be some people that hit the jackpot. There's going to be some people that get viral content, but the content actually becoming viral is, your odds aren't that great. Chances are you're going to spend money and not really get much back. Best thing is just focus on content. Focus on content, and most of it's not going to go viral. Most of it's not going to get shared that often. But if you come up with 50 articles, 100 articles, 50 pages of content, 100 pages of content, the odds are a lot better that like one of those pages becomes viral and gets shared a lot, and then you have a big home run and you have a bunch of website traffic coming to your website. So content and fast website, that's really the stuff that matters. All the other stuff that's out there, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, because SEO is subjective, and there's a lot of people out there in the industry that would vehemently disagree with me. But in my opinion, I don't. Content and fast websites are really the only thing that moves the needle right now, and anything else that you're doing, there's a high risk that you're wasting your money and time, in my opinion.